Are you looking to buy an apartment here in Abbotsford? Well, you clicked on the right video. In today's video, we'll be talking about the top 5 mistakes you need to avoid when you're buying a condo. Make sure to watch till the very end to get all the information you need to make an informed decision. Let's get into it right away. The first mistake you need to avoid is not working with a local realtor. You might have a nephew or niece or a cousin Sam or just Paul that works out of Surrey, but when you're looking to buy a condo here in Abbotsford, you want to work with a local realtor like myself for one of the following 2 reasons. A, when I'm representing a first-time home buyer or investor, I can direct my clients to strata complexes that are located in what I call A-plus strata complexes, and we avoid shitty complexes that where, quite frankly, I don't want my clients even looking and wasting their time. The second thing is, folks, A-plus stratas and average stratas cost the same price. Number 2, buying a condo in the wrong complex. As I was mentioning in the first point, there's a difference between an A-plus complex versus an average complex. The thing is, folks, when you're buying a condo in an A-plus strata complex, you will know one of 2 things. A, you're buying a condo in a complex that's well managed, and B, it's managed by a great strata company. Not only that, but it'll have other things backing it up in the strata minutes, financials, depreciation report, and the list goes on. Yes, you might be able to buy a unit $20,000 to $40,000 cheaper in a shittier complex, and the strata fee might be lower, but here's the thing. Sooner or later, those strata fees will go up. And if they haven't done the depreciation report, there might be a lot of repairs coming down the road that you'll be responsible for as the new homeowner. Just recently, I had someone reach out to me that required property management services. And when I spoke to the homeowner, I asked them where they bought their condo, and they gave me the building name and address. And when I asked the person how long they had owned the property for, they mentioned 4 months. The second thing I asked this person was, were you aware that this building had been flagged by CMHC? And the only people that are able to buy in this complex are those people that do a down payment of 20%. He answered no. At that point in time, I told him this was something that his realtor should have disclosed to him before the purchase, or they should have known about. Long story short, I connected this person with a property manager on my team, and I also mentioned to this person that, hey, if you had bought this condo in an A-plus strata, not only would you have had a bigger pool of buyers if you had ever chosen to resell, your condo would have appreciated higher in the resale value. Number 3, not reviewing the strata document. Another thing that you want to be mindful of when you're buying a condo is a lot of realtors actually don't help you review the strata documents. When they're writing a contract of purchase and sale, they'll put a statement, a clause saying that the buyer's agent is not going to review the documents, and you have been advised to review those documents with the appropriate professionals. This is different when you're working with someone like me. I'm going to spend the 6 to 10 hours to review the documents, help you understand the different documents that we're looking at and that we need to review. When we're looking at the strata documents, we're going to look at the financials, the monthly strata minutes, the AGM minutes, the depreciation report, and anything else that's involved. Not only that, once we are done reviewing the strata documents, we'll have a snapshot of how the complex is managed in the day-to-day business and making sure do they have enough money in the contingency reserve fund for long-term projects that are coming up, things like the roof, the windows or doors, or the balcony membranes that might need to be replaced. At that point of time, you're in a better position to make an informed decision for your purchase. Number 4, location matters. When you're looking to buy a condo, you want to make sure you buy that apartment in a great location that is A+ and top tier. The thing that you want to avoid is buying a condo in a crappy location where there's a lot of neighborhood crime, homeless people, or where you don't feel safe going for an evening stroll or walk during the daytime. When you're looking to buy a condo here in Abbotsford, it doesn't matter if you're buying a condo in West Abbotsford, Central Abbotsford, or East Abbotsford. You want to make sure the complex is situated in the right location that's close to a lot of amenities, parks, recreation, offers easy access to the highway, but also it's a location where you feel safe in your home and in the complex. Keep in mind, when you're buying an Abbotsford apartment, you should be thinking about holding on to this property for a minimum of 5 years. If not, developing on Big Land's golden holding rule of holding on to this property for a minimum of 8 to 10 years. Number 5, overlooking the floor plan and the direction the unit is facing. When you're buying a condo, it's very important to understand the difference between floor plans that are desirable versus floor plans that are not desirable. One example of a floor plan that is highly desirable by first-time home buyers, young families, or people looking to downsize is anything that is 2 beds, 2 baths, plus a den, or anything that's 1 bed, 1 bath, plus a den. Other things to look out for is the direction your balcony is facing. If you're someone that spends a lot of times in the winters or in the summertime on the balcony, you probably prefer a balcony that doesn't face the direction of the complex entrance. And there's two reasons for that. A, there's going to be people coming and going at all times of the day. And the second reason is you don't get a lot of privacy. When I'm helping you with their home search, we're going to factor in two things. The floor plan, does it make sense with you for your short-term and long-term goals? And we're going to make sure it's away from the parkade entrance, which makes a lot of noise as people go and exit at all times of the day. We're going to make sure we find a unit that works for you. Another thing is, folks, if you're sensitive to sound or any other sort of noise, you might want a unit on the top floor. If you own a unit on the 4th floor or 5th floor or the 6th floor, there's a very good chance you're not going to hear any noise from the neighbors below you. Other things to look for is the number of parking stalls, and if there's a storage locker. When I'm usually helping a young couple, we'll look for units that are corner units so they get more daylight, but also if it's a condo located in near Seven Oaks Mall, then we're going to look at units that come with 2 parking stalls because there might be a very good chance there isn't enough street parking. Do you still have more questions about buying the right Abbotsford apartment? Don't worry, I got you covered. Click the video on the side because I'm going to walk you step by step through the things that you want to know when you're buying an Abbotsford apartment from start to finish. If you found today's content valuable, make sure to hit the thumbs up button and the subscribe button so you can be the first to know about everything happening in your local Abbotsford market. I'm Dhindsa, and I'll see you next week.